Loudoun County Sirens. I'm Lizzie,
And I'm
and
Krista.
this is Krista. Krista, yeah, that way I always remember I got to go the opposite way. Um, we are happy to bring you our weekly review of our comic polls and talking about what's going on in our section of the woods world of the comics and whatever else strikes our fancy. We'll go on tangents here and there. Um, so what is it? Let's see. It was the week of the 20 was it was the 23rd, 22nd, 22nd when they came out, right?
Sounds right.
It was the 22nd. My
This
my
week has
stack
been a
of
month.
comics is on top of my calendar. So, I think that's it cuz we're on the 26th. Yeah.
Date, it was the 22nd.
Yeah, I was right. Look at that. Look at that.
It's
Uh,
funny. I had to double check my calendar.
No, no kidding. I'm old fashioned. Like I do use the calendar on my phone to keep reminders and appointments, sent me alerts to remember. But I also keep an old fashioned calendar on my desk. A
Yep, I
typical,
do too.
it's an Anne Stokes. She does these uh great fantasy dragon and fairy themed calendars, and they're like 10-inch, so they sit perfectly on the corner of my desk. And yeah, still old school in that
I have
way.
a little one that's for a Fourth Wing because that's my one of my favorite like book series, like
Mhm,
fantasy
mhm.
book series. I have a little Fourth Wing one.
Oh, nice. See, we're more alike than you think. That's why we jive so well with this. So did you have a good week?
I did. It was a pretty good week. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about right off the bat. Yesterday was Comic Logic's 11th birthday, right?
Woo, we turned
Woo! Shout out
7.
to uh, Krista's Place of Employment, our local comic shop where we get all of our
Where we
color addiction, uh,
where we get all of our
printed
friends.
addiction satisfied. It's a sickness, a healthy sickness, I think, because they retain their value or they increase in value. You're expanding your mind by reading. I mean, it certainly beats, what a lot,
So
gambling or any of
worse
the other
habits to
addictions.
have.
Yes. So, anyway, so you went first last week. Do you want me to go first this week?
Sure. Let's do
All right.
you.
All right, let's get right into our comic polls then. Excuse me for being in a baggy sweater, but it's kind of chilly up here these days. So, which is nice because I know it's going to be hot.
I'm
So,
not looking forward to summer. I'm in long sleeves. I'll take it.
yeah, yeah, I did not mind this little cold snap at all. I don't like the rain, but yeah, I haven't minded the little cold snap at all.
The
Well,
rain is washing the pollen away, so I'll take
off
the
of my
rain because of
car.
my allergies.
Oh, and yes, I've been able to breathe for a couple of days. So, yeah, I always
So
forget
June.
what moving back to the East Coast was going to do to my sinuses, right? Because I'm allergic to like everything indigenous here, but when I was out in Washington, I was allergic to almost nothing
So you're
indigenous out
allergic to
there.
Virginia, is what you're saying.
Well, Virginia, anything in the eastern seaboard, basically, it's all that same kind of grass. I'd be doomed from Florida probably up to Massachusetts.
Fair.
I don't know.
The
I
whole East
lived in
Coast just hates
Connecticut and my
you.
allergies weren't, I don't remember them being too bad, but most of mine didn't develop until I was an adult.
Mm.
So, and that was all here in Northern Virginia. So,
We're just gonna blame the
yeah,
area.
definitely in the area. All right. So, as always, I'm going to start with DC. Uh, we got Absolute Wonder Woman, and this story, Season of the Witch, has been so good. I
Hmm.
also got a couple of variants. This one is by the Dodson. I didn't take these two out of the bag. So, the Dodson couple, Terry and Rachel,
So
husband
good.
and wife. And then I also got the Carmine G. D. Gian Domenico. And I thought this one was really cool.
I love her like action poses are always so
Yes, and
good.
the look on her face in that one, they're really doing a good job there. And then of course, I got the red Ben Oliver.
So good.
Just like I got this month's Superman of that. Um, the April Drool of the Aquaman. This is actually last week's comic, but as promised on our show last week, a certain girl or woman, I should say, put it in my box. So I didn't take the Flash one though, because I don't get any Flash. So I was like, eh. So I put that one back on the shelf. Next was
This one already.
Detective 1108, which is the second part of the Black Canary, Green Arrow little story with him, and I'm really enjoying it. I like how it's going back to something in their past. I also got the Scott Gulaski variant, which I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the Things to Come variant. I tried to get all of the things to come of the titles that I got.
That's fair.
Next up, which we should talk about once we're done with your comics, Harley and Ivy.
Yeah.
And it was good. I really liked it a lot. There
It's a
were
cute
a couple
series.
panels that I was laughing out loud at. And of course, because I'm getting them all for the series, I've got the lyrics variant. Really love their art. Next was your girl, Harley 61.
Harley!
And it was fabulous. Again, there were a couple panels where I just laughed out loud. I've enjoyed the Brain as a character throughout this entire series so much. And it's really great to see the Brain have a body.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I really love this homage to Absolute Batman.
I got that one too.
Yep. And the Batquin, of course. David Nakayama.
Nakayama is just so good.
Yeah,
I love
his
how he does
art is
Harley.
just really
He just gets
excellent.
silhouettes so well. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Justice League 18. I'm really liking this Amnesty deal. The one thing I will say, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm tired of the tease of the cover that has nothing to do with what's inside the comic. Like,
yeah,
Batman and Harley and and King Shark are not in this issue anywhere. So why are they on the cover? I'd rather see the people that were in it. You know, give me Lex and Guy Gardner. Oh, and that's the one where I laughed out loud. This one I'm just going to show it up here. So I believe this is Blue Beetle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Blue Beetle, and he's looking for Guy Gardner, and he's been asking everybody what their vision was for things to come, and nobody will tell him. But he figures Guy Gardner will tell him because Guy can't keep his mouth shut about anything. Anything. So he goes to him, and I'm just going to read this, okay? Watchtower. Blue Beetle, there you are, Guy. Talk to me, man. I'm dying of curiosity. What sort of missions from the universe did you get? Hardly anyone wants to discuss theirs. Right. Then why are you asking me? Because you won't shut up. What's it? What about it? What's your destiny? It's a spiritual thing. Okay, now I absolutely have to know. I'm supposed to kind of like become the Pope of the Green Lantern Corps. And then it's just 2 panels.
Such a mess.
I
Yeah.
mean, oh my God, just the burst out of laughter. It's not funny. Can't breathe. More of a spiritual leader, Kay. You want to help with this power spank thing or not? As Blue Beetle just can't stop laughing. And I just found that I really needed that today. Just, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh my gosh, this is just so perfect. And I almost want to read that issue if he truly becomes the Pope of the Green Lantern. Anyway, oh my gosh. So I never probably would have gotten this cover, even if I had seen it on the shelf. But because you put it in my box and it was on top, the more I stared at it, the more I was like, I have to have this. So it's got, what is that? That's Cheetah and King Shark and Starro. And is that Giganta in the background?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
it's really cool.
I'm really glad thank you for putting it in my box, because
it's really cool.
left it on top, so it would grow on me. I love that you did that. Last of the DC were actually freebies that came in an order. I had been looking at them on the table, but I don't read Supergirl, so I didn't get them. But they came with one of my showcase ones. I'm gonna, or my back issues that I'm gonna show in a bit. And so I did read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which was and this one, which was I did read them, but yeah, I was like, okay. Just throw them in the box.
They're classic Supergirl stories, but they're also not new.
Yes, it's like I felt like I had read this the Supergirl before, right? I feel like I had read it before, and I haven't, but I think because I've seen so much leak of the movie that I feel like I know the story when I probably really don't, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I didn't ever read the story. So I probably should read the story because I am a fan of Tom King. But
it's a classic. It's really good.
Yeah, that's a story for a different day. Moving on to Marvel, I only actually had 2 Marvel this week. Rogue number 4. David Nakayama is doing the A covers on that, which is kind of nice because it makes me feel like I don't have to get any other cover.
You don't go to your way. Yeah, go out of your way for it.
I don't have to, and I really didn't like the 2. I went back on Friday. Right. I hit the store before because I wanted to return Joe's box, right? Because he let me borrow his comic box again.
Yeah.
So and I bought one, so I have 2 of my own now, so I don't have to borrow anybody next week. But I took that to return it, and I looked again through because I got the other detective, the one with Green Arrow and Black Canary, and I was also looking for an older detective, which I got as well. And then so yep, I keep going there twice a week now. You guys are like, you got me so hooked. Anyway, I looked at the covers, but I decided no, because that's the other thing. I got a couple of the Sorcerer Supreme. I really love the work Lyrics is doing on the A covers. And this is really a good story. It's been very entertaining so far. This one had Clea in it, and it was really good. I also got the Dowerman.
I'm obsessed with the Dowerman covers.
He created her look, so I think he kind of does her best.
I agree.
I love his art so much.
Yeah, me too.
And then I got the Clea.
Stunning.
Which I want to say this is a Lyrics.
I think it is Lyrics.
Yeah.
Looks like Lyrics.
No, it's not, because it doesn't have Lyrics' signature.
I'm curious.
It is Fang Yang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fang Yang did Clea. That, and then of course I got 3 of the Spider-Man Superman number ones. I got the Adam Hughes. So I have him now on both the DC Marvel side and the Marvel DC side. I got the Supergirl Silk and basically all the women.
Yeah, I
And
did
the
the same
Gwen
thing.
Stacy and the Lana Lang,
Yep.
which was a cute little story.
It
You
was
know,
cute.
it was a cute little story. I was really disappointed. I thought that there was going to be one that had um, Peter's Uncle Ben, and Pa Kent.
Yeah.
And that wasn't in there that I saw anyway. I mean, I didn't read every story, but I went through every page. Anyway,
There
maybe
there there was one with Papa Kent.
okay.
Um
Yes, at the beginning, but that was more like him just visiting the farm. Superman,
yeah.
yeah. It wasn't the tease that they put in the back of the catalog. Maybe that's coming later in the summer.
Yeah, they definitely implied that it was gonna be like a full thing.
Yes. On to Independence. The Beauty number 5. Really enjoying this story. It's weird, but it's my kind of weird. I like it a lot. I really looking forward to when my stack of trades, which is like this high in my bedroom, that I read through. I read 2 novels and then a trade, and then 2 novels and a trade, and it's there somewhere, but it's probably going to be late in the year before I get to it. I really want to read the original series because this one has just been very good. So I want to go back to the source material.
Yeah.
Then what we talked about in pre-show, In Your Skin, which is
My pick of the week.
really a body horror, uh, dis delusional. I don't know how to explain it. It's something witchy going on, and it was really good. The art was amazing. I personally love Maria Lovett, and she did this cover, which is why I got it versus the actual A cover. I'm not sure if I'm going to add it to my list or not. Probably at least read the second, see if it still grabs me.
Fair.
So that's it for current, mostly current. I did get finally my Jorge Jimenez Aquaman.
Yay!
Yeah, got this. And I also got, because didn't realize I didn't have them either, and I'm trying to get, I want along this back wall, I want all of the symbols with all of the variants just lined across.
Ooh.
Like I'm going to take down all the stuff that's back there and I want to line them. So I was missing, I got the symbols for everything except Aquaman and Wonder Woman. So I'm still waiting on those. And Batman 7. Um, and mainly because I decided to collect them all after the fact. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if I had
Yeah.
known that I was going to get all of them the week they came out, I probably would have been able to get all of the ones that I collect of the titles I get at the store. But when
Yeah.
I realized I wanted them all, they of course were all gone. And well, not all, because I got the symbol of poison ivy. I got a couple of foils from me anyway. I also got the
That's why you need to
Batman
use
7.
the catalogs, Liz, if you pre-order with the
I
catalog.
know, and you know what? Here's the thing. These corner box ones did not look as desirable in the catalog. as
That's
they did in person,
They
because
never
they
do them
didn't
justice.
say that it was going to be a foil. So a lot of times I'll be like, I'm going to wait. So like on Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Harley, those I'm like looking at all of them. And when I'm sending that order into Rob, I'm like listing each one. I want this, I want this, I want this.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other titles, I'm like, I'm going to wait and look at them before I make the decision. And again, I didn't think I was going to collect these until well after the fact, once I had gotten like the girls.
Yeah.
And then realized, well, wait, I want
everybody.
everybody that I collect, right? So
I just have to shame you a little bit.
of course, you're totally, and I hope I'm not doing these backwards. I don't think I am. This is the one from the Detective 1107, so last month's Detective, because these all came out last month. And the thing that I like about both of the Batmans, they have a blue. This one has a really blue hue, right? Whereas this one, it's not quite. It's a little more subtle. So yeah, so I have all of the foils now. So I'm just waiting on Batman, Symbol, and Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Batman should be here any day, according to the shipping, and Third Eye is kind of having a difficulty with my order, apparently. I keep getting, it's been delayed from our warehouse. Da, 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 I don't know.
Whatever.
I should have had you just order them for me. Is what I should have done. And I'm starting to pay more attention to the catalogs as well. But yeah, these foils did not look as good, because I did look at them and I did ask for all the things to come variants. But yeah, and the symbol ones weren't even listed. Not that I saw anyway. But then of course that goes all the way back to like January's catalog. So then, because they were facsimiles, they came out with 77 this past week. I already had 76, but I realized I didn't have the year 2 part 1, the 575. So yay, Vince yanked it for me, found it in the facsimile box. So
nice.
I got that Friday. So now I'm up to date on all of those. And when I went to Amazing Comics, I got a Josie and the Pussycats trade, which is already downstairs in my stack. But it's Marguerite Bennett, the same woman who's writing Witchblade, and I love what she's doing with Witchblade. And apparently, she did a short run of just Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, cute.
So, and it's a little bit of a different take on how they form the band and everything. So I'm really looking forward to reading the trade, and it was on sale. And I got 569 Catwoman's on the cover and 570.
Nice.
And they were not very expensive. I already had 570, but this is a much better copy. So I'm going to send both to Ken and have him clean both up for me. And whichever one is the better of the two is the one I'm going to send off to get slabbed. And that is it, except for 2 statues. I got this Catwoman, and this is actually one of a 4-piece set where it ends up being a whole rooftop that has Harley straddling both sides, Penguin on one side, and the Joker behind Harley. So I might try to get the other 3 pieces. And then finally, hello, Mike. Good to see you. Oh, very good to see you. The Catwoman, the other one that I got, which I can't take off my shelf because it's
so
got
good.
all sorts of weird parts on it, but that's a picture of it with a cat tail in front of her. And I was really pleased. I got these at a really decent price, and they were statues that I had never seen before. So I was all about that. I was like, yes.
That's awesome.
Anyway, that's it. That was my week. So, it's your turn, lady.
All right.
It is your turn. I feel like I had a big week, but it really wasn't all that much when it came to reading.
That's always how that goes.
Absolutely.
Especially when you get so many variants like we do.
Oh my God. And I have to start being a little more choosy because finances are going to be completely slow after June. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to totally really start to be choosy, except for Catwoman, because that I've already kind of have in the budget.
The Absolute Catwoman is coming up, so
dude, I already have that in the budget too. I have actually 4 special covers coming for that, exclusives that Kent put me into. He and I both got the same package. It was like $40 for all 4, and it's like 2 covers and then the virgins and then the 2 virgins, and like my Carla Cohen's, they're different color schemes.
Ooh.
Like in one you can see your eyes through the visor, and the other one you can't.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about those, but of course they won't come until after the covers drop. So.
Did you see the Scotty Young exclusive 3 cover for Absolute Batman 20 that's coming out next month?
No, but I really need to. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it was on his website. It's an exclusive. It's like gonna be one big image that he spread out into 3 so it's a 3 set. Girl, I bought it. I ordered it.
Did you? Good for you. Good for you.
No. You say that now. My bank account was not happy with me, but I need it.
Yeah,
so Robins. It's like Batman looking up and he's all like shocked, and it's all the Robins in their mecha suits.
Oh,
that's because Robins are coming up in the next issue of Absolute Batman.
Yes, along with the origin of in 20, we also get the origin for Harley.
For Harley,
and how she gets in charge of the Red Hoods.
Yeah,
I'm really looking.
I think that's going to tie in with Robin. Yeah,
I'm really. That's going to be such a good issue.
So speaking of Harley,
is really kicking it right now. I mean, I keep thinking, oh my gosh, I need to trim my list, and instead I'm adding to it because everything they're doing is so good. I'm like really looking forward to the new Green Lantern.
Yes.
I'm not Green Lantern. I meant Green Arrow.
Green
Arrow. But at the same time, like,
so good.
Is it my imagination, or are we getting a Black Canary Green Arrow combination in the Absolute Green Arrow? Because that's certainly what it looked like to me.
A little bit.
And I am so. What about you? I am down for that. I am so down for that. Yeah. I love the twisty, bendy things they're doing with these characters in that universe.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
there hasn't been a character that they've messed with that I haven't liked how they've messed with them.
Has there been anything?
Not really, to be honest.
No,
like there's some issues or arcs that I like more than others, but there really hasn't been anything that I'm just like, why would you do that? Like even Mr. Freeze looked all weird and everything, and I was like, no, that's actually really sick.
Yeah, and then, I kind of really like that.
Yeah. Dude, like the Joker's backstory reminded me almost. Now you're not going to get this reference probably. In It Chapter 2, the horror movie, his one of the backstories is of Pennywise was that he was kind of like an old time like colonial wagon kind of like carnival guy. And I'm just, and then got, you know, and I'm like, So when I was reading, like, with the Joker, I was like, that sounds a little familiar. I wonder if it was inspired a little bit by Pennywise.
Could be.
Because it had that vibe
It could be. It could be. It had that vibe even down to if you read the book.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
right. Then you know that that it itself
is light,
was not Pennywise the clown per se. That was just a face or a mask. But I think that they might have been influenced because the creature itself was described very similarly to the creature that Jack Grimm turns into. Right? So
spider-like.
Make a valid point.
He's all like, because Pennywise is originally like he's powered by ball lights, but it takes the form of like a spider.
Yes,
he's silent on the pod.
Changes from a spider into that like lizard kind of like creepy thing. You know, it was so graphic in the book, and I don't think either movie or TV series, the 90s TV series nor the movie, truly did the form justice to how Stephen King described it in the book, right?
No, but you can't really capture that.
Exactly. I mean, there's a limit to what you can do on screen, and I appreciate that. And I enjoyed and agreed with and liked both both the original miniseries that came out when I was, young and in my, in my 20s. And then the one that came out just a few years ago where the Skarsgård guy plays Pennywise.
Yeah.
I really didn't think anybody could top Tim Curry.
No one can top Tim Curry.
But they were very different Pennywises in some ways.
One was more the adult creepy kind of Tim Curry felt more like the creepy guy with the van, where I think Bill Skarsgård went more for like a demented doll, like a demented child.
Yeah, almost. Bill's was more supernatural.
Oh, 100%.
So
very demon versus monster.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now that we've talked about all that, are you ready to show off your comics?
Yep. That was our tangent.
Go for it.
Circling back to my girl.
Okay.
We're gonna go with, of course, I had to get for Harley.
Absolutely. It is such a good cover.
So I'm obsessed with this cover because it looks like she's wearing like football gear with how big the suit is on her, and the belt literally hangs down.
Yep. It's like she's like playing dress up.
Yeah, she literally is. She's wearing Batman's suit.
She's wearing his outfit, and she is not big enough to wear. Her shoulders don't come anywhere near. She's like using this part of her arm to just hold the shoulders up.
I just love that his chest plate is an entire top for her.
Mm-hmm.
And just like like the belt hangs so low, and the boots. Look at the boots.
The boots are like a kid wearing daddy's shoes.
100%.
There was no way I could leave it on the shelf.
Yeah.
It was
just pre-ordered it because I'm like, that's hilarious.
It was too perfect. Even though, and the ironic thing is that the Harley in the Absolute universe doesn't look anything like that Harley.
No, but it was fun.
Yeah, but it's great. Yeah, it's like, I stole this.
All right, moving on to Marvel.
Wait, before you move on to Marvel,
go for it.
What do you think about Quinn? Let's break for just a minute while we're on that issue and discuss what do you think of what's going on with Harley since DCKO, since she forced Satana to kill her, because I really disliked their fight so badly. I understand why they did it, because in reality it would have been a one-page issue.
Yeah.
Right? And but that whole I can't hurt you. You have to. No. And then egging her on until she's angry enough to lash out, you know.
Well, it kind of reminded me of that issue from years ago where Harley's fighting Black Canary and then she stops fighting because she finds out Black Canary's pregnant.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then she was like, "Oh, we're good. Never mind." And then Dinah almost gets like offended. She's like, "Why did you stop fighting me?" And then that's when Harley's like, "Because I've been there before, and I wish someone had stopped fighting me and just gave me a time."
Yeah.
So Harley's crazy, but she's got a heart of gold. She's just like,
got a heart of gold. She really does.
I love her so much.
What did you think of Ma? No, that's a different issue. Never mind. That's on the Harley and Ivy.
Yeah.
What did you think of her interaction with Clang?
Oh my God.
I'm happy that we finally got now both sides of the story.
Mm-hmm.
We got the whole story. We know that Pam really didn't want to break up with Harley, but knew she didn't have a choice because she's basically trying to protect Harley, right? Harley, of course, doesn't want to be protected, blah, 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 blah. This is a bad idea.
I mean, it's such a common thing with
Mm-hmm.
Harley and Ivy, especially Harley, that she will just sacrifice for others and just throws herself even more into madness that way.
Yes.
But poor Ivy did not want to break up.
No,
Most of the time, she never does. In most comics, Ivy, whenever they break up, Ivy does not want to break up, but it's just due to bad communication.
Yep. I'm hoping that this is temporary. What was your impression of finding out that the semi-normal Harley is the brain that now has a body due to alpha omega energy?
I think it's awesome.
I really do too, because I loved
I love it so much.
Aspect. Like the brain was constantly arguing with her and trying to get her to be rational and think. And so I really like that they gave her brain an actual form. But I also kind of agree with the lady that they're living with. I forget what her name is, the Throat Hill lady.
Yep.
That something's wrong, right? Like not everything. I'm really looking forward to where the arc is going, because not everything's there, right?
Yeah.
The anger is there, the violence is there, the logic is there, but where are all the emotions, right? Which is what makes Harley Harley. Yes. So I thought that they're doing a really, really good job.
I agree.
In telling this story, and I'm really interested to see where it's going to go in this all new All-In Part 2 arc, you know. So, okay, continue on with Marvel.
A lot of fun. All right, moving on to Marvel. The big event of the week was the Spider-Man Superman crossover. So I got the A.
Nice. Okay.
But I also got this cover.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. That's cool looking.
The more you look at it, the more you notice. Like, there's so many characters randomly. It was very like a stained glass window to me.
Yes.
It's so pretty.
The crack in the center. Yeah. The web. I guess it's webbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, because it comes from his.
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah. So I got that cover. Like we were talking about with our ladies, of course, I had to get the Silk and the Supergirl.
Yep.
I had to get our girls having a little.
Oh yeah,
having lunch.
Absolutely.
The lunch bunch.
The lunch.
Now I also got the third and final issue of Barbaric: The Long Death, but I got 2 spicy covers.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna try to strategically cover these.
Okay.
So I got this cover.
Oh, wait. That is that by the person who did Lilith?
Yes, it is. It's
oh,
Corinne Howell.
yep. Okay.
So she draws Lilith, and she will draw Lilith on anything.
Okay.
So
I was just gonna say I didn't miss a Lilith, right? Because she should be
no,
on my list as I'm getting because it's coming back this year.
it is, and you know how much I love Lilith, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta make sure. All right, this
I'm
one's
so
a little
excited for Lilith coming back.
Me
Actually,
too.
role play Lilith.
Now this
Wow.
one's really spicy, and I'm trying to figure out how to put my fingers.
Ha ha ha. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh,
It's so pretty.
I'm glad I didn't see that. I would have totally bought that cover, even though I don't get because tentacles and sexy.
Nothing for you.
I mean, what's not to like? Oh, I have weird taste in art, but we don't king shame, right?
The camera is where I have this camera at a certain angle, so you can't see. I have a lot of art on my wall that is not
suitable for work, right?
Because I have a very strong palette. I like spice.
Yeah, same. I don't have it all on my walls, though. My family would probably have something to say about that, but plus I have so limited space that it's mostly Batman, Catwoman, and the girls.
That's fair. See, this is my safe little nerd corner, so this is where I let you guys see.
Absolutely.
So continuing indies, I got Corpse Night.
Ooh, I like that
really
cover.
cool, kind of
red in that.
Yeah. Oh, the coloring is so good. It's a bit of a revenge story, and obviously corpse. Okay. So there's obviously some zombie stuff maybe going on.
Okay.
So I also got this cover.
Ooh.
It's a die cut, and I love this one. This may be the best die cut.
Die cut. What does that mean?
Die cut means, so you see where this is?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's what it means by die cut.
I have a whole bunch of novels, V.C. Andrews with Flowers in the Attic series like that. Die cut, I guess it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Back in the 70s, no less.
That's pretty cool. I also got the 3rd issue of Universal Monster Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh.
It has not been my favorite.
Which issue is that?
Number 3.
Okay. How many do they each do?
4.
4? That's what I thought.
This is the second to last one.
Okay. So that'll be the next hardback that I get, because I've been waiting and getting them all in hardback rather than getting the individual issues.
It is by the same artist who did Dracula, like the Universal Monster Dracula.
Okay, so well, good. I liked that art, so I guess that's a plus.
There you go. Now, we were talking with your poll. I also did In Your Skin. This was my pick of the week.
Yeah, that's the A cover, correct?
This is the A cover. Yeah. I love this story because it's a sapphic kind of body horror, all about being obsessed with a celebrity.
Oh, yes.
And I was actually telling Lizzie during the pre-show that I watched an interview with the author, and he actually said that he growing up in India, it's actually a huge deal of being obsessed with a celebrity, not just a religious figure, but celebrities. And he actually had a neighbor who would have a little figure and an altar for their celebrities and actors and singers they were obsessed with, and would pour milk and honey on them and worship them. And as a kid, he did not understand that concept. It's still fairly popular nowadays of us idolizing celebrities and singers and actors and what have yous. Yeah. But he didn't understand that kind of culture. So he wrote this story, about someone who is so obsessed with this actress, this beautiful actress who is announcing that she's retiring. This fangirl is like, you can't retire. Like, it's kind of like, if I can't have her, no one can, but also you're not doing it right, so I'm going to do it right for you. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of Bollywood references.
Yeah.
The art is amazing. The art is very sensual. It reminds me of
it's very
Becky
sexy.
Cloonan.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't her, but it reminds me. It's
Somna.
No, the artist is.
Oh, the artist is Som. Yeah.
Som, SOM. Yeah, I guess I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it's so sensual. It really has that soft, sensual feel to it. Very, very, like I said, Becky Cloonan-esque. It reminded me a lot of Somnia. The art did remind me of that. It also, it reminds me a lot of what Maria Lovett does. It's not Maria Lovett's art either, obviously, but it reminded me a little bit of her art as well. So.
And speaking of Somna, I also got the 1 in 25, which is a Tula Lote cover. So of course I had to get it.
Oh yeah, and look at the way that she's taken that red.
Yes.
And it's very reminiscent of what she's doing with the black on the sirens.
Yes.
And how she's using that black to interweave them. The red reminds me of that as well. That is such a sexy cover.
I didn't even think of that. So that's very true. That's very much what they're doing with this.
Yeah.
And yeah. I just love the coloring.
Yeah, I love the red just pops. I like the contrast of the red against the skin from the red that's in the center there.
Yeah.
I love how it's going into her mouth and wrapping around the wrist and yeah, that's gorgeous.
It's very much like tying them together, but also like destroying them. It almost like, especially like right here. Yeah. It almost spikes or like blood drops. So it's like painfully connected.
Exactly.
All right. Everybody knows I'm a Star Wars fan.
Absolutely.
So of course I had to get the Galaxy's Edge Echoes of the Empire, and I got this really adorable Grogu cover.
Oh, he's so cute.
This is my little buddy.
Good? I didn't even see that on the shelf.
Yeah.
Oh. See, this is what happens when I don't watch the video. When I have to go to the doctor early and I don't watch the video, and I miss out on stuff that I didn't even know was there. That is darling.
It's so good.
Okay.
So I'm really excited. And then
are you gonna keep any of these and stick them up, or are you gonna stack all in boxes?
Oh no. Like the Lotte 1 in 25, that's going on my wall. Star Wars 1 is going in my Star Wars shrine. See, like in your skin.
I'm like my Catwoman shrine. Yeah, my she shed, my she attic room with an entire bookshelf that's dedicated to Catwoman. Not just one shelf, an entire bookcase.
Well, like your Catwoman shrine, I could probably match you with Star Wars. I have so many Star Wars figurines. I have like all of the Star Wars Rebels figurines. I have several Mandalorian. I have
cool.
I have Darth Maul. I got shocking no one. I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. See, I love I remember when it came out very first time, and then when the prequels were coming out, my kids were little. You know, so it was like my parents got to live it with me, and then I got to live it with them.
The thing is like generational.
Yeah, multi-generational.
Then the final one I got was for the Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Versity, and I got this cover.
Oh, that's so cute.
Very anime-ish.
Very anime. Yes.
She's drawn. She almost looks like she has like gems in her eyes, but they're like hearts.
Yes.
It's so cute.
That's supposed to be Gwen, right?
Yeah.
Young Gwen.
Yeah.
Nice.
But It was just so cute.
So cute. Yeah. Very cute.
And those were my picks for the week.
No.
Alrighty, so that was everything I got for the week for you guys.
All right. Well, we were talking before we did our comics about Comic Logic's birthday. Did we share all the pictures? We did
We
not.
did not.
So yesterday, technically, was here we are, Comic
we
Logic.
turned
Away
11.
from home for us both. Well, she spends way more time there than I do. I'm there
My
every
job.
Wednesday for sure. Started going on one other day of the week usually, just to come in and say hi. 11 years. That is so amazing. They made it through COVID. Here are some other great shots of the day. This is up here. We got Rob in front of the week's comics. Then we got his beautiful better half, Lindsay,
Who's also an owner.
along with my better half here, Krista, and of course down in the bottom left for me is Vince.
Is Vince.
Love the look on Vince's face. Everybody is making, like, you and Lindsay are smiling. Rob and Vince are making faces.
They're the main characters. They're the main characters of the shop. That's why.
It's the greatest. I swear, he's kind of like, I mean, he always teases, like if I'm wearing my Belly Love shirt that's got the Buddha on it. And he's not the Buddha like you want to go up and rub his belly or anything, but to me, reminds me of that Buddha that's always smiling. Do you remember there's different Buddhas, right?
Yeah.
And the difference, and there's one, my parents had like a statue of it, but he was just laughing and he's got both arms out and he was just happy, happy, happy. And that's what Rob reminds me of when he's doing his thing and he's got that grin going, you know.
Rob's smile is just infectious. Like, and I think that's why everyone loves coming into the shop, is because like he's so inviting and welcoming.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just a good vibe when he's there. So I get excited when he like is in the shop and just like, you know.
And I would imagine that personality makes him a decent boss too.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, he looks like he treats all of you all well. He doesn't. Heck, I've been here 3 years, and aside from you and Katie, and I know she used to work just Sundays. I don't know if she still does, but I know her life changed drastically over the last year. But there's been like no turnover at all.
No.
Since I moved here. I know that's only 3 years, but to me, that says a lot about any company in this day and age, right? Where people are job hopping all the time. Right. It says a lot that he hasn't had any turnover since I started going there. And I'm sure it's even longer than that. Because I know John and Vince were there before I moved here. You were the only new one. And you basically replaced Katie when she had to go back to work full time. So anyway, let's see. So we had the big birthday celebration for Comic Logic yesterday. What else is coming up? We've got Free Comic Book Day this Saturday, right?
This coming up Saturday, May 2nd, is Free Comic Book Day. And as you can see on your screen, we also have an awesome guest star. We have Omid Abtahi. Yep. He's from The Boys, The Mandalorian, Fear the Walking Dead. He has been in so many other projects. He voices video games. He's in so many projects. I can't even.
His IMDb is so long.
It is.
He has done so much.
He's an amazing
he's going to
actor.
be there signing and doing selfies, and
he's going to be doing the whole meet and greet section on top of Free Comic Book Day. So come in for the comics, obviously, and we will be opening up at 10 a.m. We're opening an hour early.
Ooh.
So instead of being at 11, we're going to be opening at 10, but the lines start early. So make sure you
Oh
get
yeah.
there early.
Last year I volunteered
Yeah, I
and I got
remember.
there at 8:30 and there was already a significant line at 8:30.
There was, I think the first people in line were there around like 6 or 7 in the
6 or
morning.
7.
They
Yeah, I remember
wanted
Rob
to
saying
be
something.
first. Yeah, they
Yes.
wanted
Yeah.
to be
I
first.
think that I do believe that there's, which says a lot too, that there are people that want to be that first in
Yeah.
line. So, I think that says a lot about the store and its staff, and not
The
because it's not
community.
usually just about the comics and the you know what I mean, and would the shop get these great guests if they weren't the shop that they are, right? Because they've had every year they get amazing guests. So there, Diane was last year.
Yeah,
Uh,
Diana Luna Santo.
yeah, Diana Lee Escano, and then the year before that it was Brandon Wayne.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if you can come out next Saturday, please do. Unfortunately, I am not going to be there, which is my first one I'm missing since moving here. But it is what it is. We have family obligations. We can't get around. So, but I will be at LotCon, and LotCon is coming up on May 17th. So
May
that's coming up
17th.
after New Comic Book Day, which is this coming up Saturday. So we'll be doing a recap. I'm sure Krista will give us all of the recap next week.
Oh, yeah.
And then the 17th of May, which is a Sunday, LotCon, which is 12 to 4, I believe.
Generally.
And that's always a great time. There's people selling everything you can imagine: comics, toys, hair stuff. We had a lady that did in October that did tarot card readings.
Yeah.
There's book authors. Rob and company do great deals on comics.
If
Killer
you're looking
Queen
to
Comics is
collect
always
questions,
there. Green Archer Comics is always there.
uh,
We have a guest. It's Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Philip Kennedy Johnson is going to be at the shop, and he's going to have his own little spot. And I'm so excited. I've met him a couple of times. He's such a nice guy. He's very conversational, very approachable, and he loves comics. He loves meeting people, and he loves Rob, which we all do.
Yes.
So,
well, we're hoping, no promises, folks, but we are hoping that we might be able to get 5 or so, maybe 10 minutes with one of us, with Philip, to do a little one-on-one for you guys live. Well, we probably record it and then put it up later, but we are hoping, no promises, because he is going to be a very busy man, and we weren't able to ask in advance, obviously. But we are going to hope, and if nothing else,
we're working
at least be, Chris is going to see if we work, and if nothing else, I am definitely, and Krista is going to be walking around doing some live little bits
we'll
for
take you guys with
Loco
us.
Sirens, so you will at least get a glimpse of him, if nothing else.
There's a glimpse, so we will see him for like a split.
Codex is going to have a table there, so we're hoping to talk to the guys from Codex. So
Codex boys.
Yes, the guys, Codex boys. And they were open to our idea of doing a top 10, either monsters or some of the females, but they'd probably do it 2 of them, 2 of us, because they said that anything over 4 people tends to go way too long.
That's fair.
Because even if you limit what you talk about, and like you limit to like 2 to 3 minutes per thing, that's still 10 characters times 4 people is a lot of time.
Sounds like it's going to be a 2-parter. Sounds like it's going to be a 2-parter thing. So you guys have to keep an eye on for that, because we're going to have
we are working on some deals like that. We're also hoping to get a couple other guests here. Oh, Sonny Kruger, also from Codex, is going to be here, I believe, next week
I think
on,
so.
yes, the 3rd. So he will be here on the 3rd. So he will be there to talk about New Comic Book Day. And he laughs, saying that because it's New Comic Book Day, he will actually have comics to show. Woo, we love you, Sonny. So yeah, he will be our next guest, and after that, we've got a whole bunch of people on the pipeline. So we're
So
hoping May
stay
is
tuned
going
to
to
see who
be,
those
yeah,
people are.
full of lots of fun guest stars, uh, guest,
They're
just
guest
guests.
stars.
Oh my gosh,
They're stars
it's
to
been a
us.
long weekend.
Yeah. Girl, tell me about it.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Uh,
Well, I think we've. Do you have anything else that you want to?
no, just thanks for tuning in, and also like make sure to check us out over at Logic at Ashburn, Virginia. You guys can come in any other time than our fun events, but make sure May 2nd, May 17th, definitely come in. That's a good time to come and see us. Free comic book day on May 2nd. Again, I know we've said it a couple times. I'm going to keep pushing it. This Saturday, come and see me. And
Oh yeah,
then May 17th on a Sunday is our LotCon. It's our own convention that we throw in our own parking lot. You don't have to
it's
go
so
very far.
fun.
Just come
I have not missed one
see.
since moving here. Actually, it was the May LockCon that made me realize what Logic was and where it is and all that, because I had moved here in March and I had like stopped by like the last week in April and took the sheet to fill out subscriptions, took it home with me, and
You've been
Rob was like,
perfect.
make sure to come by. And John and I did. And that's when I turned my sheet in to get my, so yeah, it was like my first big experience. And it's so fun. Such great people. All of the vendors, the organizers, the volunteers, the staff, everybody's just great.
It's good vibes. It's just
We have a great
good
community.
vibes. We really
We are
do.
really blessed with an amazing comic community here. We are so grateful for you all. And yeah, we do. We really have a wonderful community here. We should be
Mhm.
thankful because we didn't really have one at all in Wenatchee. It was terrible. Oh, so yeah, I'm so grateful for what we have here and the friendships I've made and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, I have so many connections, but we never would have clicked them if it wasn't for Comic Con.
Exactly. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about done. Come check out Comic Logic next Saturday. Tell Krista you said hi, and soon I'm hoping maybe by fall we might even have some merch, like a hat or maybe a pin or a T-shirt. If we can get
It's
that
all in the works.
logo, yeah, it's in the works. Things are in the works. Things are brewing. Might not happen by fall, but fingers crossed, maybe. So, all right, guys, you have a great night. Come back and see us next week where we learn all about how wonderful Free Comic Book Day was and all the great comics that came out. And we will then see you same siren time, same siren channel next week. See you in the funny papers, folks.